Today we have an intervention. Or is it an introduction? Time will tell. Hello YouTube. We're here today to do something that was suggested by one of my subscribers. They had watched a couple videos that featured, not really featured, but showed Ginny, and they were not sure who she was, what she was, why she was, or how she got here. So they had suggested that maybe a proper introduction would be in order. And I had done a brief introduction, I think, with the laundry facility video, but it wasn't really very complete. So I took that under advisement and thought we would do a short little video today to introduce Virginia Groover.
Hello, everyone.
Put the record straight. We are in a relationship. She is my girlfriend. She's not the maid. She's not the traveling companion. She's living here in Michigan with me in the RV. She's traveling with me in the Freedom Van. And when we get back to Georgia later on this year, she will be sliding her little butt into my home and staying with me there. So we are in a serious relationship, and we met in February, believe it or not, via Facebook. I keep wanting to say marketplace, but it was Facebook dating. I had seen an ad for that somewhere, and I just went ahead and clicked on it and said, okay, go ahead. And about 2 days later, I got approached by this woman who decided she saw something in me she liked, and I'm still not sure what it is. But that's kind of how we met. And we went on for a while texting back and forth, and then we exchanged phone numbers and still continued to text via the phone texting, and made a few phone calls, talked to each other off and on, and pretty soon it got to be regular conversations, and came to a point where we decided we were going to meet, because she was going to be working in Pooler, which is right next to where I live. So she was about 5 miles, if that, from my home. So before we actually had that meeting, I confessed to her that come April I was leaving for this trip into Michigan, and I would be here till the end of September. And I told her if that was a deal breaker, that I understood that, but I wanted her to know that before she wasted her time meeting with me. And what was your reaction?
I said that would be all right.
And was it?
For a while.
We'll get into that, yeah, a little while. So she was working there, and I was gonna meet her there at her work, which was actually IHOP. And we were going to go to a nice little restaurant and have lunch. So she was supposed to get off around 2. She called me about 11 o'clock and said, they just told me I could go home. What do I do now? And I said, well, you got 2 choices. You can go home, or you can sit there and wait for me to get ready and come pick you up. So she waited, and I went and picked her up, and we had an excellent lunch. Spent a lot of time there talking. Just kind of, you just kind of hit it off. I don't know how else to describe it. And we took a short side trip by the house so she could see where I lived and meet Maggie. She knew Maggie from the Facebook and stuff like that. And Maggie's in a lot of pictures. So from that point on, we started seeing each other off and on. I'd go out to her place for dinner. She'd come out to mine, etc. From there, it progressed to where I actually spent one night at her place, and it came to a point where she was actually going to be moving from her current mobile home, where she was renting, to another mobile home a little further away. And I'll let you tell them where you were moving to and why.
Okay, I was moving from Brooklet to Cleto, Georgia, which really all of it ties into Statesboro, Georgia. And I was moving because my daughter was moving out, and she was letting me have her trailer rent-free.
So yeah, that sounds like a good option, rent-free over over paying rent. Yeah, her daughter owns the trailer, so she went ahead and moved in there, and when I say moved, she moved all her stuff in, left it there, and then what did you decide to do?
Then I decided I was going to spend the last few weeks with Pat.
I was about 3 weeks till I left for Michigan, so she decided she could unpack her stuff after I left, but she wasn't going to waste the time. So she came and stayed at my place, and that just kind of firmed things up. Everything went very well, and if you want to talk about firming up seriousness, it sure did that. Also during that time span, we both realized that me being gone for 4 months or so was kind of going to be not a lot of fun. We were both going to have a little problem with that. So we talked about maybe flying her up for a couple weeks once I got up here and in the middle of my trip, so it would break it up a little bit. And we kind of did that, sort of. Once we got up here, we started looking for flights. Ginny had never really flown before, so I didn't want to put her on changing flights in Atlanta or someplace like that. So I really waited till I could get a direct flight through to Detroit from Savannah, and we booked that. But what we did is, instead of going for a couple weeks, we booked it out for like 6 weeks. So she was intending to stay 6 weeks till about middle of July or so. Mm-hmm. And by the time that came along, she decided she didn't really want to leave, so she missed her flight on purpose. Or we missed her flight on purpose, I should say. And she's staying here through the duration, and she will travel home with me in the Freedom Van, which will probably be seven nights on the road when we head out of here via Buffalo and a couple other places we want to see, like the Flight 93 Memorial in Pennsylvania. So she never camped before, so in this big RV, she didn't have a whole lot of trouble camping. I wasn't sure how she would do in the Freedom Van. So we set up a one-night Harvest Host night up in Mount Pleasant. It was a brewery and restaurant. Very, very nice. It was a one-night overnight stay. So we pulled in, parked in their lot, hung out for the afternoon, went in, had dinner, and sampled the brews in the evening. I actually brought some home for my daughter. And then we went back to the RV and spent the night. Cramped a little bit, and it took a little while to get used to, but it worked. And though she had trouble with almost everything, where's the light? How do you open the door? Where's this? How do you open the bathroom? Where's the bathroom light? She was a trooper, and she tried everything, and she worked hard at it. So after one night, we made a few adjustments. And then a few weeks later, we went up to Everett to see my friends Tom and April. They have a place on the Muskegon River. We parked the van there, and we spent 2 nights there in the van. Again, every trip out, she was getting better at finding things, manipulating the things, and we were getting better at doing the little shuffled past each other to get down the little aisleway. So again, a couple weeks after that, we did a 3-night up to Prudenville, Houghton Lake area to see Don and Pat Inman. And again, a little bit better that trip. And we followed it up with another 3-nighter up to Ludington, where my sister was visiting her boyfriend. And again, it's almost becoming natural now. So I'm pretty confident she's going to be reasonably good on the 7-day trip home. Though it may get a little bit dicey at times, and as long as she doesn't kill me, I'll get us home, because she can't drive the van. So anyway, she's from Statesboro, originally born in Savannah. I'm from up here in Michigan. I was living in Savannah. We met through Facebook, and we have become connected at the hip, so to speak, and the relationship is real and serious, and we're enjoying each other's company, especially in these years where we're both over 70 years old, and it gives us some companionship, some company, somebody to talk to at the end of the day, and it's been very good, and I'm very pleased with it so far. She's a very important part of my life, and I think maybe I'm just a little bit important in yours.
Oh, he's a lot important.
And she loves Maggie. Maggie loves her. So right now it's all going good. But to set the record straight, she's here with me, and as far as I'm concerned, for the duration. So those who were wondering who that lady was in the background, in the video of the boat and the video of the laundry facilities, that's Virginia Groover.
Hello.
Anyway, thanks for checking in with us. We hope you enjoyed this little video. Again, it was time for an introduction. One of the users had pointed that out, that they didn't really know who she was, and was she a permanent fixture, a traveling companion? They didn't know. So there you got it. You got the scoop from the horse's mouth and the lovely ladies. And I'm not sure which end of the horse was speaking, but hopefully you got it all. Anyway, we'll catch you down the road a piece. We'll catch you on the next adventure video, and thanks for stopping in and traveling with us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.